Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dami if you're seeing my face for the very first time, and if you're new here, please ensure you subscribe. And yes, I put out interesting and nice content. I'm a fun bubbling girl, as you can see. Yes, anyway, I'm happy and excited because today's video is gisting time, and I love to gist. Who does not love gist? It's gisting time. I'm going to be giving you some juicy gists today. But anyways, by the title of this video, you'd have seen I'll be talking about why and what prompted us to leave Nigeria, how we knew it was time to Japa. Yes, so anyway, that's the gist I'm going to give you guys today. So if this is something that interests you or you want to know more about or enjoy my gisting time, stay tuned and keep watching. Welcome back. And yeah, so basically the desire to Japa has always been me. I've said it in another of my video that I did my masters in the UK sometimes in 2010 2011, and I lived with 4 amazing people in my flat in Bristol back then. I remember I was like, till now I'm the only one who left the UK at the time after our program and came back to Nigeria. The remaining 3 of my flatmates are still in the UK. I'm happy for them, but yeah, I was the only one who came back, and the main reason was the man who I wanted to marry. Jokes. The man who I am married to at the time said, the man who I'm married to today at that time said he did not see himself living in the UK. And because love now, this girl was a lover gay, I packed my bag and came back to Nigeria. But that did not mean like Nigeria was so good to us. Living in Nigeria sometimes can be traumatizing, I won't lie. I remember when we got married, the first house we lived in, armed robbers literally chased us out of the house. It's so sad to think about it now and go through how you have your own property and you can't live there in peace. I remember the first time we had this robbery attack was, we went for a vigil. Like, thinking back now and I'm shivering, like this is something that happened almost 8 years ago, and we went for a vigil. Before we came back, they packed the house empty. Like, this thing happened twice, and then we're just at a point where like there's no security of life. So let's just talk about that one. Like, I don't know, like it is hard. You know, there's some things money cannot solve. So I remember one of my I had an acquaintance at the time, and she was like, "Oh, Tammy, why do you want to relocate? Like, you have your life all together." I'm not like rich or middle class. I was just okay. Like, I had a good job, to the glory of God. My husband had a good job, and yeah, our kids, they had these other opportunities. But then again, by the time you think of security, there's no amount you can pay for life. So for me, there was no just security. Like, I was always scared. Sometimes I lived in Ebute Metta. So to give a bit of a background, I lived in Ebute Metta at some point in my life. There are days where you're just sleeping and things are happening, and like things I don't want to go into detail. So for me, security is key, and we just got to a point where we knew that the security here is just not enough and we wanted more. But what really prompted us is, so sometimes in 2018 2019, I literally started seeing everybody around me leaving Nigeria, and I'm one person who gets motivated a lot about, like, with my friends. I've had the luck of having the right people around me most of the time, and I'm so grateful for the amazing people and influence I've had in the past, and yeah, at present as well. So I had all my friends leaving, but this man was still hell-bent of, no, I have a good job, I am not leaving Nigeria. But then again, I think his whole mindset was, I do not want to the UK for reasons best known to him, and maybe it just felt like, oh, if we go, how do we survive? Like, maybe I won't get a job, a career job. Like, there was just a lot of questions on his mind I could not answer as well, but he was not just willing to go to the UK. So on this fateful day, the opportunity, like, someone told me about Australia, and then we started pursuing the dream, and like, I was sold. Like, someone sold this Australian dream to me, and yeah, that was it. And we just started applying. We saw he was convinced that if there was a better future waiting us here, And yeah, but basically, I wrote some things down. Let me go through them before I keep blabbing. Yeah, so the main things we consider, despite the fact that we had our both kids in the US, they are both US citizens. Thank God for provision and the wisdom and whatever. Thank God for that. But then again, we personally as a couple, we're very conscious that we want a life better than what we had for our children. And yeah, they are US citizens. Can they live in the US at the moment without us living in Nigeria? It's very impossible, because we obviously will not leave them in the US where we cannot live in the US. So yeah, it was just, we want a better life. The security in this country is so messy. Educational system, I would not say is bad. I know people will say, oh, I wanted, not because we want, it was just we wanted a better environment, better future for them, promising future. So with the education is right, but then again, after you've gone to school, you've graduated, what are you able to do with that certificate you have gotten? You see, in like, for me, I would say Nigerians are the most educated people I have seen in the world. I've done several courses, and I will literally meet Nigerians in my class. When I was doing my master's, as hard as that course was, Nigerians were in my class. And like, it has just been that. We are so educated. I can count from the top of my hands, like with my two hands, how many people have a master's degree in my office at the moment. Like, it's not something people really do, but yeah, we Nigerians, we are so educated. And sadly, with all of this educational qualification, how many jobs did the government, or do they have planned for all of us who graduate from school, either in Nigeria or study abroad and come back to Nigeria? So it is just so hard. It was us looking at the future. Like, it was not just now. Is the future promising for these kids? It is not about the education. I feel like I graduated from Nigeria and I'm doing well, to the glory of God. And several other people graduated from Nigerian universities. Like, there are several doctors you would meet here, or even that the two doctors that had my babies in the US are Nigerians, and they schooled in Nigeria, University of Ibadan to be precise. So for me, it is never about the education quality of Nigeria. It is just, if you study in Nigeria, what is the future for you after that education? So I wanted more, and I wanted to build a solid foundation for my kids. Another thing I wrote down is the income. So if I remember very well, when I resigned, my salary was about half a mil. It was, you will say it was not bad at the time, of course, but then again, the cost of living is expensive, at least to get the good things of life. Of course, that was my own salary. My husband had his salary, so it was a pool of funds, like a pool of funds from both of us, which was okay. We could afford to get a house of like 1 point something per annum. Like, we could live that life. But let me tell you, it was so hard to save. We wanted to like take our kids to the best schools. We wanted to have good cars. It was just so hard to save, and I felt like we got to a point where our salary was almost looking like hand to mouth. Yeah, that's how they say that thing, hand to mouth. So again, yeah, I know that there were times I'll have to go back to my mom to say, hey mom, I need help. Like, it was not easy, I would say. And trust me, I'm not someone that bites more than I can chew. I don't used to pass my boundaries, but in getting all of the good things of life as well. So it was seeming like this thing will not work. Like, this money is getting smaller because things are getting expensive. The salary is not increasing in proportion to the increase in the like inflation. The percentage, it was not just working. So yeah, we're okay, but I just felt we could do better, and that was one of the things that prompted us to leave. Another thing is the quality of life. My husband used to say something that, if not anything, he's grateful for. There's no generator sound, there's no bad road, you can eat good food. Not because we could not afford good food in Nigeria, but the quality of food sometimes, like, quality control is not a thing that we are big on in Nigeria. Mala is selling something, who's going to quality control tomato or whatever they bring from the north? But where we live at the moment, there's a lot of quality control done on consumables. You can't afford to sell rubbish. Like, your company will be in trouble. So have a kind of peace of mind. about what you're eating. Nobody can put sniper inside beans. Like, there are just a lot of quality controls around food, and if you have health issues, you would appreciate this thing. So yeah, I think for another thing was the quality of life. There is good road. I lived in Bagada before I left. After living in Betumeta, we moved to Bagada. I lived in Bagada, and if you know Bagada, we used to live at Ifako Bagada. So driving out of Bagada, I don't know what the road situation is now. Driving from Ifako to Arjolad Hospital, because I need to go through from Arjolad, like somewhere around Arjolad, to get into Bagada phase 2 to drop the kids off at school. It is always a nightmare. That road was horrible. I don't know what it is like. I didn't even, on this my last trip to Nigeria, I did not go close to that road, so I don't know what the status quo is now, but that road was horrible. So yeah, those are like, that was another factor we considered. Like, quality of life generally, it is just easier. And yeah, of course, I know they will say, some people say, oh, people that go abroad, they take shift. If you take shift and you kill yourself, it's up to you. Me, oh, I know they do shift work. I go to the office, I do my 9 to 5 or 9 to whatever. I can even do 9 to 10. So far I'm at home, it's good. But like, even the workplace culture is a better environment. Like, you can't compare. Just forget about it. I worked with the same company in Nigeria, and I'm working with the same company, and I can tell you they are two different. They are two different worlds on its own. So that is another reason why we left. Another reason is politics, Nigerian politics. Talking about this whole election in 2023 and just looking at it, for me, this is my personal opinion again. I feel like the politics in Africa just makes the future unpredictable because of the caliber of people that are coming into power. You cannot just predict when things are going to get better with the way we are going. Like, the caliber of people come. See, I'm not a political person. I don't even like watching Nigerian news just because of politics. It just saddens my heart with the caliber of people we present for presidents and all of those things. So at the end of the day, I just sit down and think, when will it be better? My mom used to say, Ada, and I keep asking, yeah, Ada, forgive my French, Ada means it go better. So I'm like, when will it be better? I've been hearing it go better since I was a child, and I'm still a child to my mama. But yeah, at my age, I'm still hearing it go better. My children have been hearing it go better. Their children will still hear it go better. Like, when, where do we get? So the political systems and whatever in Nigeria just makes things really hard and the future unpredictable. Another one is income. Yeah, I was talking about security, politics, quality. Yeah, those were the main few things. And yeah, our kids are US citizens, but then again, as their parents, at what point do we have a chance to take advantage of them being US citizens or them filing for us, and all of these things. So so those are the main key things that made us to leave, and we are so grateful for all that we've been able to achieve since we got here. It's a lifetime opportunity that I would never trade for anything. And yeah, Australia is so sweet, and like, I'm just grateful to God that I have the opportunity to live in this country and raise my kids here. Australia is safe. Is one of the countries where you want. Of course, we have the US citizenship for them as well, but I would rather raise my kids in Australia than raise them in the US for personal reasons that is obvious, or you may know. But yeah, Australia is one of the best countries where you want to raise your kids. So, and yeah, I saw a DM, I think today, someone asking to compare the UK. Will I choose the UK over Australia? I would choose Australia over the UK 10 times. I would choose Australia any day, anytime. And yeah, I will do another video to compare the both countries. And yeah, that's basically everything. That was why we left. We needed a better life for our kids, security, the quality of life, and if you have health issues as well, it can be properly managed here compared to Nigeria. The health system, they are two different worlds on its own. But yeah, those are the main reasons why we left, and we've had no regrets so far. Saying we've had no regret does not mean like there have been several like things that will make us think, oh, did we make the right decision? And those were like teething problems when we first came here. everybody will face regardless of anywhere you are. But gradually we got out of it and we got wing of things, and here we are today. So yeah, that's basically everything about it. If you enjoyed this video, give this video a thumbs up, and ensure you subscribe to my channel if you have not yet. Turn on the notification bell, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.